What happened to this? Can you please tell me what happened to this? Oh my gosh, man. That's Claressa Shields and Miss Hustle. Looking like they the best of friends. Buddy, buddy. What happened to this? Why haven't we seen any more of this? I thought this was the beginning of a lovely relationship. What happened? Why they no longer friends? How is it over just that quick? Just like that? See, for those of y'all who don't know, let me tell y'all something. This is what's going unnoticed, man. Like, look, when I break this down, man, I broke this down to the T. See, and this is how you know the difference between what I do and what others do. You don't know these histories. See, y'all only get the surface of what's been presenting to y'all. But I gave y'all the in-depth breakdown of what really took place. If y'all been following this, seeing what went on. People got mad at me because I got to showing the real truth behind not only just Remy and Easy, but I got to showing the real truth behind Pap and Claressa Shields too. And now y'all starting to see. See, at first, a lot of y'all was blinded, like, then y'all thought I was being unfair. Y'all thought I was being wrong. Y'all thought I was trying to be messy because I'm hating on Claressa Shields and Papoose Love. No, we got to remember, I'm here because of y'all. Y'all the ones pay me. Claressa Shields them don't pay me. Remy them don't pay me. I don't get paid from them. I get paid for y'all. So as a result of that, I owe y'all a true breakdown and factual journalism. And if I call something off and I'm wrong about it, I will say it. And y'all would know that. Y'all would know that. But I try not to do that because I don't like apologizing. Okay? I don't like apologizing. But I try to be as fair as I can possibly be. And I owe that to y'all. I'm faithful to my people. I am the people's blogger. Okay? Y'all don't really know my story that good. But let me just tell y'all this. I never wanted to be a blogger. I didn't cut the camera on and say, you know what? I want to go on the internet and be a blogger. That ain't what happened to me. What happened was I was managing my own record label groups, my son them groups, my baby mama career. So I was managing my own record label with a lot of artists. And one of my guys, me and him was locked up together. And when we got out, we got up with each other. I was in a better position than he was now since I'm free. But when I was in prison, he was in a better position than me because people wasn't looking out for me, but his people on the outside was looking out for him. And when I got out, I just told him, like, because I know the type of guy I am. I say, when I get out, I'm going to look out for you, bro. You know, and when I got out, true enough, I was in a better position than he was now. And while I was managing my record label and the artists on it, he called me. He was like, hey, I got a phone for sale. You want to buy it? I give it to you for a good price. I had already had a phone or two, so I didn't want another phone. But I felt entitled to get the phone from him because he looked out for me when I was in prison when I didn't have nothing. So I said, okay, this is my way of, looking out for him. I say, okay, bring the phone. He bought the phone, and it was one of them new phones at the time, real big ones. So he knew I was doing the music studio stuff, and I was still trying to get adapted to being back out, so I ain't really know how to work electronics that good and well. So he was like, look, this is what you can do. See, this phone will hook up to your studio stuff when you producing your groups and all that. So he was basically showing me about how to hook it to YouTube type stuff, right? So he asked me to do like a video long enough so that he could show how you could take it and put it from the phone to on the internet. So I did that. I did a video on Surf because I would watch battle rap as a result of measuring myself for how good I was in writing, because the battle rappers are the best writers. They just ain't good at making songs, but they some of the best lyricists in the world, So I liked to watching battle rap because of how creative they was in writing, and I would measure my writing and learn different techniques from them also. So when I did the video on surf, it went viral. I didn't know nothing about it, because I didn't know what that stuff really was. So my guy Amazing Music, who do the music with me, who y'all be hearing on my tracks and stuff, when you hear it's so amazing. He hit me like, hey, you know that video you did when your guy was showing you how to hook that stuff, your studio stuff? I was like, yeah, what about it? He like, that's going viral right now. I'm like, what that mean? He like, you don't know what that mean? I'm like, no, what that mean to go viral? He was like, that mean, man, a lot of people looking into it, man, and it's getting a lot of numbers and it's steady growing. You need to go to the video and look at it and read the comments. So I went to the video, looked at it, and it was growing. It was thousands and thousands of views on it. All I was doing was just breaking down real stuff. And he actually told me to read the comments. I got to reading the comments, and there were people in the comments like, who are you, man? Where you from? That's real. We need to hear some more like this, bro. You ain't lied. You broke that down cold. So I was like, okay. Then my guy was like, you in now, guy, you in. I'm like, what that mean? He like, you got an audience. You got an audience of people who want to hear you, and you in. You got to keep dropping. And that's when I just kept dropping. But it was never my intention to be a blogger. The people was asking for me to do this, and I became their blogger. So that's who I'm committed to, the people. I know how this stuff works. I can care less about the other people. I care less about my audience and what they think of me and how I'm respected among them. So I give them the truth at the same time, keeping my own integrity and principles and staying true to God. So that's how I got here. Okay. And I've been here ever since. So I'm obligated to the people, y'all. So it is what it is. You don't have to agree with me on certain things. I get it. But I'm going to bring y'all the truth. So let's get back to this. So when it came to this was at the beginning of her and Remy Ma's feud, Claressa Shields. But this woman right hustle go unnoticed. She play a vital part in this whole situation, and she never comes up. Miss Hustle is the one who influenced Remy Ma to come to battle rap and star at the Chrome 23 female lead she had. That came from Miss Hustle. Remy Ma's friends, closest friends. Miss Hustle also, Miss Hustle also, not only did she do that, but she also was the first one to be talking to Easy the Block Captain. That's who she was the first one to do that. She was talking to Easy the Block Captain. She didn't give him none though, but he was trying to get some, and she was actually, just having him doing things for her, riding her around, so he liked it her a whole lot. And she used that to her advantage. So she would talk to him, allow him to believe that maybe it's a possibility, but she never got around to doing anything with him. Remy knew about this because that was her friend. And she would tell Remy about the situation between her and Easy. So Miss Hustle played a vital part in this. It was also allegedly Miss Hustle who told Papoose that Easy was at the event with Remy when Papoose came down there and put hands on Easy the Block Captain. Easy had made that public among some people when he got into it with Miss Hustle. And one of her friends who snaked her actually came publicly and told that part also. So it was that. On top of that, she did it not so much as for Remy, but because of Easy, because Easy had doing a lot of lies, even though Remy had ended up snaking Miss Hustle also. So Remy ended up no longer allowing Hustle to be the face of Chrome 23. So she did that to bring Easy on play, and she crossed her friend out for the money. That's what she did. She crossed her friend out for the money. And in the process of that, that's when you hear, hold on, I'm trying to get this for y'all. That's when you hear about this for you. Okay, right here. What the heck? Hold on.
And throwing water bottles, y'all ruin everything that you touch. She cut off hustle and grabbed easy just to make a few bucks.
See that? Talking about Remy. And that was a Chrome 23 event. She cut off her friend and picked up easy for the money and the proposition of sex by which Easy signed over his career to Remy Ma. Ain't that funny? Easy signed his career over to Remy Ma to make Remy Ma his manager. Ah, man, I need to do a blog on this. Same thing Claressa Shields just did to Papoose. She cut off her guy, her fiance, and made Papoose her manager, signed her rights over to Papoose to be her manager. Ain't that something? Remy's Easy manager, Papoose and Claressa Shields manager. And y'all don't think they ain't working together. Okay. Don't worry about it. Truth will come to the light. But watch this. Remy goes on vacation after he get beat up by Papoose for 4 days. They go out of the country to Cancun. In the process of this, Papoose looking for Remy. But he knows Miss Hustle and Remy is close. This before Miss Hustle finds out that Remy is plotting on snaking her and getting rid of her. She don't know this. She don't know this part yet. So what happens is Papoose come to Miss Hustle and he propositions her sexually. She turns him down because there's a certain that she holds because they real close. She know about Remy. She know how treacherous Remy can get. She know how Remy don't play fair. And she know how Remy will go there. So she tells Papoose, no. Papoose try to, you know, what they say, he tried to kiss on her and stuff like that. And she like, no, I'm not, no. So what Papoose do? Remember, he feeling some type of way. Remy gone with another dude. He mad. So he try to get even with Remy and try to hit one of her friends, Miss Hustle, who he believed may like him because she was giving him information. But she been giving information because she don't want to see E having anything because she believe Easy crossed her. On top of that, Pap used that as a introduction, believing that she mean, you know how some people do, like, hey, they doing it, so let us do it. She was like, no, I'm not doing it. We cool. You still my brother, because Remy was my sister, but I'm not going there. Pap felt some type of way. Then guess what he did? He hit up Claressa Shields, another one of Remy's friends, sisters. Claressa don't care. Claressa, I don't care about no Remy. I ain't scared of her. What's good? I've been liking you anyway. Since I was a teenager watching y'all on Love and Hip Hop. I've been waiting for this opportunity. I just been acting like I was cool with Remy. Something like this to happen. That's why she ain't had no problem doing it. She had no problem doing it. This is the same thing Layla Ali accused her of that she did to her. DMing her, hitting her for advice, calling her my big sis, but plotting on her to look for an opportunity to present itself one day to then use it to try to bring her down. Same thing she did to Remy. Same thing she did to Remy. That's exactly what she did to Remy. When I showed that, people was mad, even though I'm showing the receipts. I'm showing the receipts of Remy releasing a text messages of, hey, sis, what you here? You still here in Vegas with me? No, I had to leave. I'll see you later. Hey, sis, what you over there eating? Oxtails. Hey, sis, what you think I should wear with this? Hey, sis, what? Same he said. Then Miss Hustle and Clarissa become cool because now Remy crossed Miss Hustle. So you know, her and Clarissa, now they girlfriending each other. Yeah, girl, that's a dirty B. She did that. Yeah, that B ain't this. You know how that go. Then Clarissa Shields finds out Papoose was liking Miss Hustle. It hit the internet, which made them no longer be friends. That's why they not friends no more. That's why they not cool no more. That's what ended up happening right there. And that's why you see they not cool no more as a result of that. So you don't see this no more. They not on Twitter girlfriending each other no more like they were doing at first. You coming to my event? You coming to my yeah, I'll be at your next event, girl. Yeah, I'll be at your next boxing match, girl. Not no more. Clarissa found out Papoose like her. Clarissa found out she was the second option, not the first option. Miss Hustle was the first option. And rightfully so. Miss Hustle bad, boy. Look at her. She's so fine. Clarissa found out she was the second option of Remy's two friends. And that's why I try to tell people. They got mad at me when I showed what Papoose did. Well, I showed what Papoose did. See, here's the difference. And I said this and I made this clear. Papoose and Easy was never friends. They was never cool. They wasn't texting and calling each other on the phone. Remy cheated and she was wrong. She was out of pocket. She violated her marriage and everything. But Easy and Papoose was not cool at all. On the other hand, when it came to these two girls, they were cool with Remy. They were cool with Remy. Miss Hustle was like one of Remy's best friends, and Clarissa Shields was one of Remy's girlfriends. Sister, little sister. Clarissa Shields was Remy Ma's little sister. And Remy and Clarissa was calling Remy big sister. Hey, sisters. That was different. So Papoose made a move on both her friends to hurt her. To hurt her. To get even with her. To the point, he didn't care about these two girls. He just threw them out there to the dogs. See, and that's the part I be trying to tell y'all where he went wrong at. I know y'all like, oh, he a stand-up man. Yeah, it appears that way for Remy. But what about if it's not Remy? You think he cared about Miss Hustle? Absolutely not. You think he really cared about Clarissa Shields? She was the second option. Absolutely not. And why would you choose to go after Remy's friends? Two friends. Why did you choose that? See what I mean? That's why I keep telling people, don't choose sides. It's all messy. But notice, it's all coming to the light. You can't get around these secrets. You can't get around these truths because all the receipts are out there. We can prove everything we saying, and we have, and we drop plenty receipts. I can. Other people have too, but I can only speak about what I did, what I showed. And that's just a fact. You know what I mean? That's what ended up happening. And now it's all starting to come to the light. Now it's all starting to come to the light. Remy not the only one bogus. Remy may have threw the first stone. But when she threw that first stone, what ended up happening is when the glass broke, you got to see a lot of people for what they really was. You got to see Papoose for what he really was. You got to see Clarissa Shields for what she really was. You got to see Easy for what he really was. That's what it showed. That's what it showed. And now we seeing Claressa Shields got the feeling herself because the community gravitated around her and Papoose because of the hate they had for Remy Ma. And she was elevated. And she took that to heart. And then it started making her want to go live more, all on social media more. Now you gloating and now you bragging because everybody complimenting you for being with Papoose, but they don't know the story. They don't know the real in-depth of everything that happened and went on. And then you use that for your advantage as you played the background as if it wasn't your fault. And you had no idea this was coming. And it was not your intention to fall in love with Papoose. That was never your intentions. When in reality, that was always your intentions. You made it your business to reach out to Remy Ma personally. You DM'd that woman, asking her for help and advice as a younger woman. She being in her 40s helped you in your 20s. Giving you advice. Bringing you under her wing. Helping you to be more womanly. Where we clearly see you was having a problem with. Not knowing she was actually positioning herself in Remy's life because the target was always Papoose. Because she has an obsession with Papoose. That's just a fact. Nobody could get around that. She grew up watching Love and Hip Hop ever since she was a teenager. At the time, Papoose and Remy Ma was the face of it. That was one of her favorite reality shows. So she was envious of Remy at the same time falling in love with her husband, wanting exactly what Papoose was giving Remy. And that's why she wants a baby so bad. That's why she's trying to make herself believe that she's the new Remy. She confesses her love for Papoose. I love him. He loves me. I love him. Me and Pap love each other. She wants it to be accepted and approved by the people like it was when Remy Ma and Papoose was branding Black Love. She wants to be the place of Remy Ma. She's starting to look like her now, dress like her, talk like her. That's what she's doing now. It's all clear. You can't get around it. It is all so clear. Now you want to rap. Really? Really? Now Papoose, your manager now. Now he writing your songs now. Now you and him dressing up alike now. And you doing that. Pap ain't doing that. You doing that. Taking all Remy ideas of what she used to do to her husband and now you walking in it. And then you got so beside yourself, you figured that the women would support you and back you up in this. So you went at Layla Ali. Off something that happened 7 years ago that she wasn't wrong in saying. You only had 8 fights. This woman is cemented in stone as being the greatest woman to ever box. You talking about she was taking shots at you saying that she ain't coming out of retirement because there's nobody here to challenge her. And you say, she's disrespecting me because I'm here. Yeah, you just getting there. You got 8 damn fights. You got 8 damn fights. What do you mean? You still considered an amateur. She didn't lie. She told the truth. But if that was really your sister and your big sister who's giving you all that business advice and help you out in your career, why would you take it so personal when you know she's telling the truth? Why would you take that so personal? Because you saw the window of opportunity and you jumped at it. You wanted to spark a flame to start a fire by which it actually can draw the attraction you needed because you don't like being in Layla Ali's shadow because ever since you win and every belt you win, they're going to always ask you the question of your comparison with Layla Ali. And you hate the fact because that's what they do. All the sports people do it. I know Kobe was tired of hearing Jordan comparisons. I know LeBron was tired of hearing Jordan comparison. And so on and so on and so on. This ain't no different in the sport of boxing because the measurement standard is Layla Ali. So as you win, they're going to keep telling you on purpose to provoke you, to irritate you, to get you to say something stupid and foolish. Where do you measure yourself with Layla Ali? But Layla Ali is undefeated. Layla Ali knocked out 21 people. Layla Ali has a lot of sponsorships and deals. Layla Ali is the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali, and she could arguably be considered the greatest female boxer of all time. What do you say about that? Do you ever think you can surpass Layla Ali? Bothering her, rather her being a woman of standard like Layla Ali is the greatest woman of all time. I'm great in my era right now, and some could say I'm the greatest woman of all time. I support all women in what we do since I know it's so hard for women. So I love what she did, but it's my time now. And what she did at her time made it her time. And that's why female sports is great. See, that's what you say about those things. You don't get the hating. She's not really that good. That's just Muhammad Ali's daughter. If she wasn't Muhammad Ali's daughter, in fact, she ran from Ann Wolfe her whole career. Ann Wolfe would have knocked her ass out with her oh so pretty, light-skinned, good hair ass. Okay, now you really exposing your heart and how you really feel. What are you doing? But see, it's all starting to come to the light. Everybody's starting to see it for what it really is. You was better just shutting up. And you should. Just shut up and box. Because now it's hurting you. And you're seeing how people are now starting to see you for who you really are. You disloyal. You're not devoted. You have this problem with other women. And it's terrible. And it's terrible. And what's crazy about it is you can't even hide it. As much as you try, you can't help yourself because you're out of control and reckless. You don't like to listen. Nobody could tell you nothing. And then you one of those persons who never had nothing. And now since you got something, it exposes your heart. You truly are. You're not really a good person. I'm sorry. You even on record admitting it yourself that you are a bully. Why would you wait till you learn how to fight to become a bully to hurt others? Why would you do that? That's not good. Rather than learning how to fight to protect others, you learned how to fight and became a bully yourself when you know what bullying is when you grew up being bullied. So now since you know how to fight, now you that's terrible. Usually it's the opposite way around. Not because you got this road of payback that you feel you need to do to even people who haven't harmed you or hurt you. You just need to get it together, girl. You really do. You need to get it together because I see it's happening. The downfall has started. Layla Ali exposed you terribly. Remy couldn't do that because they was against Remy. He had to say, so you was having your way. Everybody was supporting you. Everybody was behind you on that because of the disdain they had for Remy as a result of what she did. And again, Remy was wrong and out of pocket. So the backlash she deserved. No matter what she said, she deserved. Because at the end of the day, you're married. You're married. And you benefited from her fault. You did. And people wanted you to reap the benefits of the rewards without even knowing the real truth. Because they didn't know the truth. And a lot of them still don't know the truth. They still look at Papoose as being a hero and a man of honor and all this. And listen, I'm going to keep it real. That may have been true when he was Remy for her. That's not true for you. And that's where your problem come in at. You think you deserve what was given to Remy. You deserve. The difference is he loved Remy. He don't love you. And that's what makes him wrong. Because he know he don't love you. He know he don't want to be with you. So he's using you as a result of getting even with Remy, hurting Remy, and putting himself in a financial position. That's where he go wrong at. He loved Remy. He only wanted Remy. So he didn't care about hurting others. He didn't care about hurting Miss Hustle. He didn't care about hurting you. And y'all is deceived by believing he's that way for everybody. And he's not. He's only that way for who he loves. Remy. That's who he want to be devoted to. That's who he want to be loyal to. That's who he want to be around all day long. Her. When you was hitting him in his phone, begging him, why ain't you calling me? Why ain't you returning back my calls? Why ain't you returning back my text messages? You could have, when you were sending him that and Remy exposed that, who you think he was with? At the same time claiming to be with you. You actually believe that trash. Talking about, oh, time. While he at home with Remy, living together under the same roof, laying in the same bed, you was okay with knowing that you on a phone call, looking dumb as hell? We be on the phone all the time. What? Girl, you got a lot to learn. You got a lot to learn. Terrible. Terrible. It just all coming to the light. Your desperation is terrible. It is terrible. It is not healthy at all. Like to just see how desperate you are at the same time claiming to be better than everybody. Oh, I got more money than her. Oh, I'll whip one of these bitches' ass. They just jealous. Oh, the hate won't go. What? Ain't nobody jealous of you. When they was in support of you, standing by your side, it wasn't no problem. But when you start showing and revealing your heart, see, once you start opening your mouth and saying things, people wasn't used to things you start saying out of your mouth. And you know, women is very, very, look, let me tell you something. You know how many women support you that's been betrayed by other women and guys? So women is very, very serious when it comes to situations like this. So when they get to finding out things, women take that personal. Because a lot of them been hurt and betrayed by best friends and sister girls and family members and men who they thought loved them and then proposed to them and wanted to be with them and gave them babies. So you got to be very delicate when dealing with women. When they get to finding out shiesty stuff, oh man, they're going to let you have it. They're going to remind you. They're going to cut you down. And that's what you're seeing happening right now. Yeah, they was supporting you. Yeah, they was in your corner when they didn't really know what was going on. Now they start seeing how you acting. You acting like you never had a boyfriend before. You all in desperation. You trying to attack anybody that got something to say about what he doing that's wrong and out of pocket. You making yourself seem like you better than other women. You attacking light-skinned girls and you doing hell no. Hell no. You don't know what you doing. You got too comfortable. And in your mind, you don't care because according to you, you'll beat any woman ass. Can't no woman touch me, so I can say whatever the F I want. That's your mentality. But it's also your downfall. Because this still social media. This ain't the boxing ring. You will not beat social media. Trust me when I tell you that. And guess who watching you destroy yourself? Papoose. And you know why I believe he allowed you destroying yourself? You know why I really believe why he allowed you doing that? Because I'm looking for a way out.
What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you? So leave me